This is episode 2 of the Kendy and Rainbow podcast, recorded in Kendy's box room.
And we are away as of now.
Great.
Episode 2, Ray.
Oh, that came out round and fast, didn't it?
And episode 1 not even out yet.
No, well, it's kind of out.
It is.
Yeah. Good learning curve that was.
It was, and congratulations are in order, I think.
Oh, fair play to the two of us for getting that first one done.
No, but for you in general.
Stop.
You went viral.
I did.
So
amazing what the interest people have in cats.
Isn't it mental though? No, but it is. You've done some stuff in your time, some videos in your time. That is the best you've done so far.
It's amazing. All just took place.
Yeah.
Took place in 15-20 minutes in the house.
Yeah.
Stall there now. Before we get into that,
go on.
No podcast is right without tucking in to our drink of the week.
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to check the best before. Anyway, it says best before C bottle.
I checked it in the shop.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you tell them last week that
I did,
it was
yeah,
bad?
and both times not a drop of sympathy.
No.
Even when I dropped the can back. I went back in after last week and I says that tin of Smithy is out of date by a solid year.
Yeah.
And oh, right, she said. That was it.
Jeez, isn't she very good? The customer service is marvellous.
Yeah, I was kind of inclined to go, well, would there be no? And then I just didn't. I was so taken aback by the reaction. I kind of went, you know something, I'll just leave that.
She didn't say to you, I'll get you another one?
No, she took it off me and said, oh, sorry about that.
No money, like, or nothing back?
No, I also told her as well there was 3 more tins down on the shelf single that were also out of date.
They're probably still there.
No, I checked this week.
See, the worrying thing is that no one drinks Smithwick's anyway.
Yeah.
And people certainly don't drink Kansas Smithwick's.
No, I suppose not. It's strange that they produce Kansas Mythics.
I know, but they're sitting there probably for years. Thanks, man. You popped yours already.
I did. This week we are drinking Brewery.
I have the red ale.
And I got the lager. There's 4.2 in it, so they're not too bad.
Also, we don't get any money.
Not yet, but we're hoping Brew hear
if
this.
Brew want to get onto us, they can.
Yeah, when they hear the greatest hits and go, Jesus, we were in week 2.
Hey, I'll tell you what's better than a Brew, right?
What?
One that I didn't pay for. If they want to keep sending them down every week,
that'd be nice. Wait now until you taste them. You don't want a load of boxes of Brew sitting there. And
yeah, that's true, actually. We'll see. I've never drank Brew before.
It's from Trim in County Meath, apparently. Oak Tree, Trim in County Meath.
There's a pair of units in this.
And she's gluten-free. Not an additive or a preservative in it. No. She's a crisp professional lager brewed with pale and Munich malt blended together with Faz and Cascade hops. Now
well, you can drink that in good spirit, boy. Huh? We'll test her out now and see.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'll drink that. How's yours?
It's actually lovely, that.
Oh!
I'll tell you what, now it's better than the first couple of Smithwick's I took last week anyway. That's
we
for
settled
sure.
on a nice one, so we did.
That one sat down lovely now. Anyway, so we're back into it. It's important to note, I think, Ray, that when we recorded episode 1, you were not viral.
No, yes, no, in fairness, yeah.
Like, we didn't do this on the back of...
I suppose I'm about to tell them, because there might be people listening that didn't... All right.
Yeah. We'll put the video up on all... it's if people do listen to this...
Yeah, we'll put it up.
They'll find us on your page or our page.
Yeah, they will.
We still haven't sussed any of that stuff yet.
No, that's all ahead of us. When we have a page, we'll put it up on it.
Yeah, for sure. We have a YouTube page. We'll put it up on the YouTube page.
Very good.
That's exactly what we'll do.
Well, do you know what happened?
Go on.
I was at home, not last Tuesday, because we did this last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. I was at home in my mammy's house, below Mayo, outside Killala. And when you're at home in your mammy's house in the middle of nowhere, you tend to, if there's nothing on telly, you'll go to bed early.
Yeah.
And I was all set to go to bed at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Jesus Christ.
I call that the reverse sleeping.
Would you not wait for a winning streak or something?
No,
8 o'clock.
No. Yeah, but that's the reverse sleeping. That basically means that if you get a normal sleeping, but you don't get it like between 9 and 12 the following day, you get it between 8 and 12 the night before.
Oh my God, that's mental.
So I have no issue with... Now, it doesn't work a lot of the time because nobody else tends to want to go to bed at 9 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but no one goes to bed at 8 o'clock no more.
Well, I do. That time. When I get it. And it's a lovely sleep. It's a lovely, lovely sleep.
You probably look forward to getting into bed and sleeping, do you?
Oh, sometimes if the only thing that gets me out of the bed in the morning is the promise, the solemn oath to myself that I will be back in that bed within 12 hours.
Because I would every night find myself lying in the bed for 4 or 5 hours. Now I do stimulate myself too much with the television and stuff. I do be stimulating myself for hours.
Jeez, you're lucky I had a drop of drink in me there now, I tell you. I couldn't say anything.
I'd be overstimulating myself
I'm after nearly choking on that.
A Nicola Steep beside me. No, I do. I wouldn't. Like, sleep to me is tough. Like,
you find it hard to get sleep?
Yeah, but also a lot of time I find that I don't want to sleep. I'm happy out watching stuff. I come alive.
What time do you go to bed
in the morning? I wouldn't. This is the truth now. I wouldn't get sleep most nights until about 5 in the morning.
A lot of people suffer with that.
But I do get up then around maybe 12.
So your body clock is, you get your 8 hours, but you get them far later than most people.
Yeah, I say that I work on Boston time.
Boston time, yeah.
Because if I get up around 12 or 1, it's about 7 or 8 over there. I go to sleep around 5. It's around midnight over there. So I'm actually living on American time. But that's what happened. That's what happens when you're a musician, Ray.
But when you go on the holidays then over to Boston, then you're up like a lark then with the morning.
Yeah, probably.
Sun comes up, so does Kendi.
Yeah. But the thing is, when you're on holidays, you'll force yourself to play by their rules.
I suppose, yeah. And you see, that's very at odds to me. When I go to bed, I sleep.
Yeah.
That's it. Like within 10-15 minutes of me lying in the bed. And it can be any time of the day or night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to bed now. I suppose it wouldn't be a very exciting podcast if I went to bed now.
Oh, there's a bed here in the room.
I know, in the box room.
It's full of guitars, but...
Yeah, no, I'll not go to bed now. But that night, I was going for bed for 8 o'clock. And the only thing that stopped me walking through the kitchen and heading for upstairs was the mother had baked a fresh tray of buns.
Oh, lovely.
Now, I don't know if you ever tried my mother's buns.
Do you know what, Ray? I've heard they're marvellous. Half a Killala and Ballina talked about your mother's buns. Apparently, back in the day, they were the best buns in town.
They were the best buns in the area. Yeah. But she had a whole set of them done, and she had a bit of chocolate on top and a bit of thousands and thousands and hundreds.
Oh, she did.
So I was looking at these buns cooling on the windowsill, and as they were cooling, I looked abroad. Now, I was pondering, I said, maybe I might wait 20 minutes and have one of these with a cup of tea. That was my thinking. But as I looked out the window, then there were 3 cats hanging around outside.
Not your cats.
Well, one of them has been hanging around for about a year.
But you never bought any of these cats?
Oh, Jesus, no. They only ever tip around because of the fact that we feed them.
Yeah.
And the female cat out, there's one female and 2 males.
Aye.
And the female cat was sitting there as she normally does on top of the wall at the back of the yard. Yeah. And it caught me attention that there was 2 other cats hanging around. One of them was like a nice brownie cat, and the other one was a gingery cat, fairly scraggly looking yoke.
Which you could relate to.
I could, yeah. Well, I thought Ed Sheeran, to be honest with you, when I seen him. I was like, there's a ginger cat there now.
That's why you called him Ed?
Well, I started taking a wee Snapchat then of the cats because it looked like there was a bit of a love triangle starting. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to get this now on the old Snapchat. And I was going to get one Snapchat of these cats kind of, around each other.
Yeah.
And I named them. I named her Minnie, I named your man Ed, and I named the other lad Francie. I do not know where I came up with them names. They were names that just maybe now I might know people, Minnie is a real. The only Minnie I know is Minnie Driver or Minnie Mouse.
Minnie the Moocher.
Minnie the Moocher, there's another one. I suppose I do know a few Minnies when you think about it. But yeah, that's what I named them anyway. And then I ended up filming them a bit, and it turned out that Ed was after Minnie and Francie was also after Minnie, but then kind of Ed got the in, and he got up on top and he was going for it, and then my mother intervened in a completely unscripted piece of
which made it
Hollywood marvellousness, and she hunted Ed off the back of Minnie, and I got the whole lot on camera, thank God, and she was delighted as well that she had broken the whole bit of loving up. And I put it out in Snapchat, and within about 4 minutes I had a rake of people onto me on Snapchat saying that I should put that up on Facebook. I put it up on Facebook.
You did.
And Jesus, she went down a storm.
Well, the thing is, so you put that up on Facebook of a Wednesday.
It's now 2 weeks ago tonight.
Yeah, a Wednesday.
No, was it a Wednesday? No, it was a Tuesday night I put it up.
You put it up on the Facebook on the Tuesday night. And it ticked along for a week or more. On
the Wednesday night then, me thinking this is going down fair as well, I said, wouldn't it be great if it goes viral?
Yeah.
And a good friend of mine from Ballina, by the name of Noel Kenny Jr.,
that's right.
He said he had sent it in to Joe.ie.
Sorry, can I just say he's not a friend of mine? I have no interest in him. I just want to say that before we go any further.
You're better off saying that. Yeah.
Just so we know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Kenny Jr.
Bit strange there now, but
I just want to, you said he's a good friend of yours.
Right.
I have no interest in him. I'm
okay.
Just putting that out there. You go ahead.
We've that recorded there now.
Yeah. Put that
on tape.
Put that in.
Put that in. Leave that in.
Yeah.
Don't head that out.
Go on anyway.
He said to me that he had sent the video, or he had sent the link for the video into a lot of different places. And I said to myself, Right, and did any of them pick up with you? No. It's Joe.ie, Daily Edge, all that stuff. So I said, I was sitting there in the van and I said, geez, I sent it into Lad Bible.
Yeah.
Because they give you £100 if they use it.
25ers.
I said 25ers. And then
Isn't
pound
it
sterling.
25ers?
Yeah, it is 25,
Yeah.
I think, isn't it?
I'm shite.
It is 25.
It is 25ers.
Whenever you use the fivers, you always have to think twice.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, the 25ers, I was thinking of that. So when you submit a video to Lad Bible, it's basically you have to agree to the terms and conditions. So I was thinking, this isn't going anywhere. I'm just going to tick yes and scroll my name and happy out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, she took off.
She was sizzling now for
Sizzling
a while.
well on my page, and then Student Bible robbed it and literally took it without even asking me.
Right.
And stuck it up in their
I
page.
saw that. That's where I saw it first go viral.
And I
You know what
found
mean?
that was the Friday week after it.
Yeah, it's a good distance
A
now
week and a
between
half.
them. Yeah, 10 days. Like.
Yeah, so Student Bible, she was ticking over lovely in Student Bible, thousands of views. I was delighted with myself.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, on the Sunday evening, just gone, didn't Lad Bible throw it up?
Yeah.
And they subtitled me.
Did they?
Did
they? I didn't even notice that. Did they subtitle because they couldn't understand the Western
They
accent?
put the whole subtitles up and things like whished
Oh!
and things like no.
I did not know that. I watched it. I didn't even know they'd subtitled it.
Lad Bible subtitled me, so they did.
Oh.
And they basically threw it up and it just took off.
Because Lad Bible is an English site.
It is indeed, yeah.
And what I know, it went up on Lad Bible, and that's the biggest social media good crack website, Facebook page going. Lad Bible is the one, isn't it?
Well, Unilad is a big one as well.
You
But
think
not as big
Unilad's-
as Lad Bible.
No, Lad
You're
Bible
right,
is the one.
right,
I remember Lad Bible back in the good old days. They used to do a cleavage Thursday.
When men were men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was looking at the comments, and nearly all the comments are based around people tagging their friends and saying, listen to this is a proper Irish accent,
Yeah.
and saying this is the real thing. And the big quote that came out of it is,
Oh, that's a good one.
nothing worse than a ginger in the bushes. Everyone quoted it.
Yeah.
And how many million views has it got? 3
At the moment, she was ticking over at 2.6 today.
million views.
Million views. as
Just
I
on
say.
the Lad Bible page.
Yes, but that's now. This is the sad part of the whole thing. What happened then was on the Sunday, it was a Saturday night, sorry, it went up. It was the Sunday morning then. No, the Monday morning. I woke up and I had Unilad onto me and they wanted my video.
They were looking for you. Yeah.
And I thought to myself, this is great now. They were offering me a 60-40 split on all the big money that was going to be made.
How are they going to make money off it?
I don't know. They were going to sell it to, I don't know,
Merchandise.
out to Dubai or something for expats that wanted to look at, Irish cats doing it. Do you know? And they probably would big fellas paying big money for that out in the world.
Oh, they would.
So, excuse me there now. So anyway, I was agonising over the Unilad stuff. And next thing didn't I realise, sure I had signed the Lad Bible terms and conditions. And I went back and I read the terms and conditions and I couldn't give it to anyone. Because once Lad Bible use it, it's theirs.
They own it.
They own it. And if anyone else wants to use it, they have to ask Lad Bible.
But
No, they have to ask Lad Bible.
But if you want to use the video again,
Where do I can't
you
use
don't own it anymore. They own
I
it.
can't use it on anything other than my own social media.
And they own the video now.
They own the video.
Lads, if that's not
Isn't
a
that
reason
just
to read the terms and conditions.
daylight robbery? That's
Isn't
what it
that
was.
unbelievable?
I got 100. I got 25ers, English fivers at that. I
Yeah.
haven't even got it yet. They said they're working on a 30-day payment thing.
And what's the exchange rate going for
No,
that?
I don't know. I didn't check it yet. But the funny thing is that when I was reading the thing, even doing this podcast and talking about it, I'm supposed to get their written consent before I talk about it.
Going shite.
So if anyone's asking, this is 3 weeks beforehand.
We're on about a different cat video.
Yeah, it's not.
What are you on about?
No, exactly.
But it's a little bit surreal because, we're about to release our first episode is up now, right?
It is.
This one's going to be up whenever it's up,
It is.
and we did not anticipate you because it was, like I said, it was sizzling under the surface,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and next thing, boom.
Boom, but I don't think you get much out of it after that. She's ticking over now and it won't go anywhere else because Lad Bible won't let it unless they get a big fortune of money.
And I mean, that's the thing, we see viral videos every day, they come and go, but this isn't your first stab at it, you've been doing stuff for a long time.
I did.
You had one that went viral before.
Aye, Dawson Cattle. They all seem to happen at home.
Yeah.
It's my mother and father that seems to be the magic
Yeah,
ingredient.
there's gold dust hanging around.
There is. It's just the nature of them.
There's gold dust in Carmel, let me tell you. Now.
She's delighted with it.
Is she?
Absolutely delighted. There's people in work congratulating her and fair play to you, tell her how many views she's got.
She's like Marilyn Monroe.
And also some of the older folk telling her, you're dead right, you shouldn't be letting them at it like that out in the back garden. What if you had visitors over?
She's going to be like a politician now in Killala. She run for council and everything.
She's well known, yeah.
Sure, that's the one that was on the internet, sure.
That could be in the bulletin as well.
Yeah,
Congratulations to Carmel McAndrew, who went viral.
She went viral, yeah. She has a virus, what?
Yeah. So it's good now, in fairness. It certainly made the last couple of days very interesting.
Oh, for sure.
And this morning then I got onto Hairy Baby t-shirts. And I got 10 t-shirts done up with nothing worse than a ginger in the bushes written on them. And I can't wait for them to arrive.
Yeah, but why did you order 10?
Because there was a deal on 10.
Yeah, but who you going to give them to?
And I was going to give away 2 on Facebook. I was going to do a competition. And then I'll have to give ones to the sisters, and I'll have to give one to the girlfriend, the flatmate.
That's gone straight to your head.
Sean O'Reilly won't wear it now.
I love the way you bought 10 of them. Like you weren't going big budget at all there.
Well, they were €28 for one, and they were doing a deal then on 10 for 200.
What?
Oh, it's £200. If ever there was a morning you didn't want to get an increase in your credit card, I got an increase in the credit card this morning to try and pay a few bills. And then this kind of popped into my head, and I ended up spending £200 of the increase in that.
Ray.
But I couldn't make money on them. I won't sell them now for €22.
But that doesn't make money on them, does it?
It kind of does. Maybe €2 per
You will
t-shirt.
make a €20 profit.
Will I? 10?
No,
10
you
twos?
won't, because you're going to give away 2 of them. You'll actually make £200 back on the button.
Yeah, that's it.
If you sell them at
No,
£22.
I can only give away one, really. And I'll sell... Sure, the girlfriend will pay for hers.
I love the concept of you going, I have to really bank on this now while I'm big.
Yeah.
I'm going to order 10 t-shirts.
It's like the Garth Brooks phenomenon when they bought all the hats.
Yeah. I have 10,000 cowboy hats in the boot of the car. The fuck am I supposed to do with these now? Christ above. Yeah, there was pink ones. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They were selling them at the All-Ireland final and everything, trying to get rid of them. They had no business at an All-Ireland final, but they were trying anything to get rid of them. Pink cowboy hats for Gary Brooks.
I'd say there's still a big bag of them sitting in the same warehouse that the voting machines are left in.
For sure. No, they're sitting in a garage somewhere. In Tala or somewhere, like. Oh,
no.
That's where they're sitting, like.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry now, but I thought I'd strike with the iron is hot. You know what? As well, they offered me I could set it up so people could buy them, and I get a percentage.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much faith in myself. I said I'd be better off skinning myself and buying a few.
Well, let me tell you, you didn't have faith in yourself at all because you bought 10. I mean, for God's sake, the video has nearly 3 million views, and you said I'm going to cash in on this now. I'm going to buy 10 t-shirts.
There's a problem.
Go on.
I think Lad Bible might own the phrase now. So they might have a claim on any income I might get from t-shirts.
No.
So I'm only dipping the toe in the water to say the popular. If the popular, I'll have to ask Lad Bible.
Man, you're going to have to read those T's and C's. This is, lad, anyone who goes viral, let you read the T's and C's that are involved.
What's your solicitor's name again below in Castlereagh? What's the one that Derek keeps talking about?
Because he keeps losing every case. I can't say his name. I will ruin him. Derek reckons every time he looks at the Roscommon Herald, he's lost another case.
There's a friend of ours, Derek, and he always quotes his solicitor. He always, if anything goes wrong at all, he says he'll be on to the solicitor in the morning.
He actually quotes 2. He quotes one that is a good solicitor.
All right, we're not going to mention either of them now.
No, just in case.
No, but it's funny when you hear someone.
Yeah, when you're talking about law, I wouldn't mention it.
If you get him the wrong drink at the bar, or you might.
He quotes him. Yeah. But there's one that he always quotes as well, who he reckons every time he picks up the Roscommon Herald, he'd lost another case. He's wondering how he still get work at all. Like,
he's probably doing the free legal aid.
Well, maybe he is. Like,
you know. I wonder how your heart to be in it if you weren't.
You think free legal aid is kind of the same thing as like what I'm doing? Like, I got into music, right? And you, 2 of us.
Yeah.
Go on, this is class. We get to play music, and then we ended up playing a cover band.
Oh, true.
So do you think solicitor said, I'm going to change the world?
Yeah, you're going to be in a Stephen King novel or something.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're going, I'm giving free legal aid for... Maybe
yeah, true. I suppose it's the lawyer version of free legal aid.
Yeah.
The stomach is bad to me tonight.
So that's your viral video. Your second one, really. You did the one dosing the cattle.
Yeah.
You did this one. Now, we've attempted, and you have attempted a lot of videos in the past, in fairness, and one of them had to hit, like...
Yeah, it was great now, and especially the one that only took 15 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Do you know there was no real editing in it at all?
Do you know what the beauty about that is now on this? Not to get all philosophical about it.
Go on.
The cats wrote that story for you.
They did.
They were like the best actors in the world.
There was a big call out for episode 2, and I know I'm going to make that happen.
Yeah, but
they're
there, it's
all wild
gone
cats.
to their heads now. They're all sitting in the catnip out the back of your house with some of their balls.
I was going to do something where if I go down again to the home house, if they're hanging around at all, I kind of try and be coaxing them into doing something.
Right.
So you could get you could knock a bit of crack out of trying to coax them into doing the same kind of crack again.
Yeah, you're getting fair trouble for that. I saw a couple of. Let me just say, I did see a couple of stupid comments, but of course, when there's about 10,000 comments, you're going to see some people being idiots. But
like about being, you should spay and neuter them.
Oh yeah, they're not your cats, Ray. Why would you be spaying and neutering cats that aren't yours? You don't want them.
But that
anyway.
that is a fair point. A lot of people took it very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't there to be taken seriously.
No, it wasn't, unfortunately. But I mean, the issue of multiple kittens coming from a liaison like that is probably a big issue in the grand scheme of things in Mayo at the moment.
I don't think it's going to be a big deal in Mayo. Like, again, I'm saying that Lab Bible thing is like predominantly an English site, like,
yeah.
And I would be presuming that a lot of people who said you should be spading those cats, they probably come from big cities.
They do, yeah.
Like if they came from London, where there is actually an epidemic of cats riding up and down.
Yeah. But we don't need to spay cats because we have things called foxes.
Yeah, that'll kill them.
And foxes go through kittens like no man's business.
Yeah, that's that's the way our ecology works.
That's the way of the world now.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's been about 3 or 4 litters of cats had.
Yeah.
And not, I think there's one of them left out of the whole lot.
Yeah.
And this is not through human intervention.
Yeah.
The cat goes away, has the kittens up inside in the hay shed.
Yeah.
You know, and now in fairness, there's been ever reducing hay since we stopped making hay.
Right.
So the hay that's there now is probably 1978's finest.
Jesus. You know? she's still there.
We've still gained. Just me out lad wouldn't bother cleaning it out.
I was going to say something there. Oh yeah. Like if they don't end up in a fox's mouth, they'll end up in the engine of a car or something. Like.
Yeah, that happens.
I mean, that happens all the time.
Mad
no, I hate cats, by the way. I fucking hate them.
Right.
They're an awful yoke.
What did they ever do to you?
I know that if I died drop dead here now, and I had a cat for 20 years, he'd have the face ate off me before I was gone cold. And
you're saying a dog wouldn't?
Apparently a dog wouldn't.
The dog would sit there and probably die beside you.
Yeah.
Stupid bastard.
I know, but there's loyalty's a great thing too.
So that's the thing. You're either a cat. I think you're a cat person or a dog person. I'd be more a cat person now than a dog. I would. I never liked dogs. Not since the days I used to go over to my best friend's house and he used to have a big golden Labrador or a retriever, some big golden yoke. It might as well have been a horse. I was only 8 or 9, and you'd be coming in the driveway of the house about trying to go, and every time you go over, your heart would be in your mouth waiting for this dog to come bounding at you from some corner of the yard.
Yeah.
And you'd be thinking you're just about there. You might be 4 or 5 steps from the door. Next thing, out of nowhere, this lump of a yoke comes at you, and all he wants to do is jump up in you. But when you're 8, you're not tall.
Yeah, he'd actually knock you.
And he'd get under your legs and he'd pick you up and away off down the yard on top of the dog. Very embarrassing.
So how would you feel about Joey and Lisa have a golden retriever now?
I don't visit Joe and Lisa as much now as probably with the dog. But
would you be nervous like if the dog is there? Like you tell the truth now, Ray. You're scared of dogs.
No, in fairness, I don't mind their dog because he's kind of well trained.
He is.
That dog can do maths and stuff, like he's that well trained.
Yeah, that dog has level 8. Dog got 340 points in the Leaving Cert.
No, in fairness, that dog, it's a nice dog, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
He did Savage TY the whole lot.
Yeah, he did the whole lot. But now there's other dogs out there now that wouldn't be. My mother was afraid of dogs as well.
Was she?
And she had one of them, the squealy things you can get rid of them. Do you know?
The high pitched noise.
Yeah, because my father had a job when he was working off going round to houses, and dogs were a big problem. And he was issued one of these squealy things, the high pitched jobbies, and he basically pressed the button, and you can't hear anything, but the dog over in the corner is going mad.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a frequency above what we can hear.
Yeah, and it was one way of getting. Now I don't know that it ever worked, but I know my mother took it off my father because when she was going around selling raffle tickets, she'd bring it with her
in the pocket.
She'd have it in the pocket. Yeah, it was supposed to be a little dog taser. She called.
Oh, for God's sake. And yet again, that's not cruelty before anyone says it.
No.
You know, like they have them for like pest control and stuff like that, you know.
The high pitch things?
Yeah.
Did you know that they have a thing out in Drumcliff Church for scaring away the crows?
A scarecrow, I'd say.
No, it's not a scarecrow.
I think I've heard of them.
No, it's a load of speakers up in the trees that makes, I think, a sound of a hawk or an owl or something that crows are scared of. So when you switch this thing on, it makes this sound. And the crows hear it and they get spooked and they don't come near the church.
Go away.
Problem was, there was a lot of crows shit coming on the top of the roof of the church and it was rotting the place.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, do you know what's funny? I mentioned him last week already, but I mentioned him again. Trevor Coughlin went to farm.
Poor old Trevor gets an awful doing in this show.
No, but sure, I'm only saying good things about him. When I was again just doing work in his farm so I could drive his car, they had a crow hanging from one of the sheds.
Dead crow?
Yeah.
It's like something out of Game of Thrones.
Says I to him, why is there a dead crow hanging off a string? And he says, because it lets the other crows know.
Oh, God.
I said, have they got that kind of conscience? Like, he said, yeah, that works.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Isn't that mental?
But at some point, he'll have to replace the crow. Because obviously, with the decomposition and the whole lot, and the weather.
I must ask him about that. That's what it is, though.
We'll get him on next week.
We should get him on.
We'll get Trevor Coughlin on.
Let me tell you something. He's just crack by. He's as country as they come.
I know, but he'll be coming on specifically on the topic of the application of crows to the prevention of crows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll talk you the whole way through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Now he can't now, he's flat out in the middle of silage, he told me.
Right.
He had a fusion delivered to the yard last week.
A what?
A fusion.
What's a fusion?
A McHale fusion.
What's a McHale fusion?
She does the silage, apparently. I thought it was one of those yolks that wraps and bales at the same time. I think it might be. She's a marvellous piece of kit now.
They're a magical yoke.
They cost a fortune.
I know, but I always thought again, we speak about Mrs. Doyle's tea machine.
Aye.
I always thought that the silage maker, when that joke came in, when the silage contractor seen that, so when McDonald down the road, when all of a sudden these yokes came in and they became fashionable, and lo and behold, I'll have to let you go, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'll have to let you go.
Yeah.
It's just Patsy's driving the one tractor now and he's doing both. We don't need you anymore, Jimmy. So Jimmy, and it was always the smaller tractor that was pulling the wrapper.
Yeah.
And the baler then was the bigger tractor.
Yeah.
And the baler used to be here first and then the wrapper come in after. But when that joke of a machine came in, what do you call it, a fusion?
She's a fusion, yeah. They've gone to Mark 3 now on us, or maybe 4.
Jesus. When that came in, that was the end of the wrapper.
Yeah.
Sad times, like. A lot of lads out of work. A lot of lads bitter about that now, I'd say.
That conversation that we just had there, right?
Was a farming one.
That is as far as I go. And do you know how I know about a fusion?
Go on.
Because I was in the car with Trevor one day when we were about, 17 or 18. And he said, oh, class. I said, what's class? And he said, look, the fusion in the field. And he was ecstatic, like as if he had seen like a celebrity.
There's a massive market for... But then again, sure, when I was growing up, sure, it was all tractors. I was buying tractors and trailers and JCBs and the whole lot.
Sean O'Reilly was the same.
Was he? Well, sure, he's a farmer.
Yeah. See, I haven't a clue when it comes. I know we said it last week as well. I haven't a clue about this stuff, boy. These 2 hands that I have on me here, they haven't seen a day's work.
Would it be no harm to maybe do an outside broadcast at some point after a week of you living and working on a farm?
I'd love to do it now.
Would you?
Some of this stuff you have to do on a farm. I remember Trevor had me out,
right,
cleaning out one of the trailers there was about, I'd say maybe a foot of hay on the bottom of the trailer, like.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was shite as well. It was all amalgamated into one, right? And Trevor stuck the pitchfork into it. And there was no smell. I was going, this is grand. And he lifted up the top layer. And it was like a puck into the jaw, the smell that hit me. And do you know what he said? He said, that is only our fresh old stuff.
Yeah.
It's grand. Didn't faze him.
Yeah.
I nearly puked.
But there's a thing...
Stomachs are built different for it, Ray.
Yeah, but when you're working on a farm, you'll be cleaning out houses and there'd be a pit where you'd put all the shite.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you look back, if you were to do that with a human situation, like could you imagine a housing estate there now where everybody would empty out the contents of their toilet as opposed to a sewer, and there'd be a pit down the entrance to or down the back of the housing estate, and I'm talking a pit that might be maybe 20 metres long, of pure shite.
Well, that's the case in
and
some
bits of
countries
hay.
still.
But we thought there's no when it's cow stuff, you're grand.
Well, it's not. It is for ye saying that growing up on a farm.
Would you have been spooked? Would you?
Cow shite to me is the same as human shite. I don't want to be touching either of them.
For some reason, cow shite to us was a small bit less. It just wasn't the same as, like, you wouldn't touch a human poo if you were paid. Whereas I'd come home from a day out in the farm and you'd be covered in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd literally be covered in another animal's excrement.
And you'd have the Wellingtons in the back kitchen.
Yeah.
As you come in the door.
Yeah. And you just wash your hands. You wouldn't even bother showering before you go to the disco.
Just an onion sandwich and off you go.
Yeah. The onion might take some of the smell away, because I tell you, it was the least attractive cologne.
But you know, it's fun, like, because my mammy, she was a farmer, like, and obviously
Just leave it all behind going to the town then.
Yeah, she moved into the big town in Castlereagh.
Yeah.
When she was with the
How'd she
outfit.
find it?
Huh?
How'd she find it?
I don't know.
She ever talk about it? No.
Never asked her, no. But I know she loves home, obviously. You know, she
Yeah.
loves going home and stuff.
That was the opposite of my old pair now.
Right.
My mother was the townie,
Was she?
and she came out to the farm.
Well, your outfit is a deadly farmer.
He tips away at it. Like.
Jason, I've seen him in action by.
Yeah.
Is that Cristiano Ronaldo at the farm?
He's very rare 1-3-3 there, and he tips around on that the best of the time.
A 1-3-3.
Oh no, we're not even getting into that. No, we're not getting into. No. We'll have there will be another segment uploaded shortly after this.
Man,
one.
I'll tell you what we'll have to do for this. We'll have to put that in the back of the fucking Farmer's Journal. We'll be pulling cunts in laughing at us. So yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it's important to know that I'd say that we were going to video this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the second one without a video.
Mm-hmm.
But they are on YouTube. And we will be videoing them, Ray.
But not videoing them means I can sit in my underpants and talk to you.
Yeah, well, you have the budgie out here now, man.
Yeah, that's the upside of not video.
I can just about see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Do you know the way I had a few?
Sorry, no, but we are doing videos from now on.
Right. So that's
Aren't
it
we?
now. This is my last.
This is your
Easy
last chance to
going
sit
one.
here with the budgie hanging out by. Because we are going to video on them, aren't we?
Yes.
I want to get my jaw out there. I think
Yeah.
people are going to enjoy me jaw.
Sure, I was enjoying the anonymity of sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
No one looking at me.
Yeah, that's all gone now. We might do some of them audio only.
I like the audio only.
You like the audio
I
only?
do. I love it. It's just me and you chatting like.
Some people do it audio only. A lot of people do it audio only. But I just think that
I might get nervous. Sure, I'd have to get threshed up and everything coming down.
You will
you just
what are you going to
wouldn't
do?
want-
Put on the tin of fruit?
You just would. Well, maybe you just wouldn't want to be sitting there and any old stuff like.
Of course you can sit there and any old stuff. That's exactly what you do. Aren't you sitting there now with the budgie out?
Not really, no. In fairness,
You are.
although there's actually a hole in my trouser. My combat pants is another hole coming in it.
Yeah, I actually had a hole in my down low around my calf,
Oh,
and it fell out the hole. It did, like.
do you get your clothes repaired at all? Do you know if there was a hole now in the bottom of the trouser, would you get it repaired?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Would you
I'm
get your
asking you, I'm
pants?
asking you the question. Do you get your
No,
clothes repaired?
Never. I've never got me any.
You've never got
of
it.
me
So
clothes.
if a zip breaks in a jean, that's it. The jeans
Into the bin.
Or away to the St. Vincent de Paul.
But your jeans are about £30.
Well, I suppose when you're shopping in pennies, it doesn't really give you a whole lot of.
Well, I don't be
Incentive.
shopping for no goddamn jeans now in pennies. I'd happily buy a t-shirt.
But you wouldn't get something repaired.
Not at all. Get something repaired.
Maybe it's just me in the last 2 years and so 3 years.
Have you started getting something repaired?
Everything I own has been fixed twice or three times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you see, you're such a crazy creature of habit. Like,
But I never did it before. I was never one for repairing clothes. But it's just when I get a nice pair of jeans,
yeah,
and if something goes, like a button goes in it, right? So the
Yeah.
button is gone, and this is what Mark would do. We throw it out, be
Into
gone.
the bin, yeah.
Yeah. I said to myself, I don't want to have to go and find that nice pair of jeans again because shopping's stressful. Like
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're a creature of habit. You
Yeah.
got used to those jeans.
that's it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to wear them all the time.
Yeah, it's
Forever.
like those. You're wearing the short version of them now, but the combat pants that Emer always wants you to throw into the bin, you can't get rid of them.
That's the one with the hole in it.
Is it?
It'll be the fourth time they're going in for a pair.
Oh my!
They were
God.
originally a pair of combats, and then I had to turn them into a pair of shorts because there was a hole coming.
That's not them, is it?
That's them. That's the combats, the original combats that I've had for the last 4 years.
Seriously,
Yeah, I got to put them into a nice short. You like them?
I can't believe that. You turned your combat pants that are what 4-year-old,
4 or 5.
and you said, okay, they're gone a bit soggy at the bottom.
They were my weekend pant, and I didn't like when they got broke then because there was a hole coming where I had the phone. So what I asked them to do was take the bottoms off it, repair the hole for the phone,
Yeah,
and then give them back to me as a short. And it was
Oh.
nice as well for summertime, you know.
that is mental.
And then the button
You're
came off.
daft.
The button came off then, so I had to bring them back in to get the button on. And he asked me the nicest thing a man has ever asked me.
Go on.
Do you want me to let the button out a small bit more for you? And I was thinking, this is magic. I can choose what size my waist is
Yeah.
in relation to my favourite pant.
So you can still say that's a 32, sure.
Oh, it's a me.
But
That's
the
what it
but-
is. It's not a 32,
But the
it's a
button's
Ray.
on a string. The button's on
No,
a
no,
string
no,
coming
no. The
off
button's
it.
not in the string. He just moved it out a small bit. He moved it from its original position to a more Ray style.
How much money do you think you spent on repairing that same pair of pants? I can't believe I'm looking at them here. This is them in a short. I can't believe that.
They'll have to go in again now for the hole in the crotch. That's the next bit. Now it's gone for
Yeah, but Ray, that should be enough for you to say, okay.
On these particular combats, maybe I might have spent maybe €22.
Okay, it's not bad.
They don't
actually.
charge much. We have to give them a shout out. They're there in Chapel Street. They're the finest bit of repairers you'll ever find. I couldn't tell you what they're called. They're down the Chapel Street, crossing the Avalon Centre, and the repair clothes.
Oh, there's another one, the far side of it, not the one up by the car park. No, beside Bruce Betton.
You know now that this kind of stuff now on a podcast.
I know, but I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Not the one beside Bruce Betton.
Quality listener content. 10 minutes talking about directions.
Yeah, go on past Bruce Betton. Check
it's the
it
left there. It's the left there.
If you hit the Belfry, you got.
Is it across from the place, the red door and the white windows? No, it's not. No.
No, I don't know which one it is then. Anyway, fair play to them. You want to give them a shout out? You don't even know where they are.
Yeah, but that's the shout. That's enough of a shout out. But as I said, I can't believe you don't repair clothes. That you don't have. Do you not have things you really like?
I do, yeah, but it's going to sound terrible now. I have so many clothes.
He's so phenomenally wealthy.
No, I buy a lot of clothes. I have so many clothes that, to a certain extent, it's rare that I would wear something so much that I'd wear it out like. Like, I've had these shoes on me now for over 2 years, and they're just a normal old trainer. But they're nowhere near being blown out because I do not wear these every day.
Where do you store all this stuff?
Just in the far room.
Oh, so you have a walk-in room, have you?
I have all my shoes on the ground beside my bed, all of them.
Right.
And then all the ones that I know are what I call out of rotation. So my winter shoes, which would be the boots and all that, they're in the wardrobe.
Right.
And then all my trainers and my light shoes are now lined up underneath the radiator beside me bed.
At what point do you decide to do this? To rotate your shoe collection?
The turn of the season.
Bridges Day lands and he's out. He's going, whoa!
April 1st.
April 1st.
It's no fool day for me, but I tell you, I'm on the button.
So if anyone's wondering what you're doing on April 1st, you're inside in your room rotating your shoe collection.
I rotate everything.
The whole lot. So you have a summer and a winter collection.
Yeah, last week, Nicola spent an entire evening ironing all my summer shirts.
Jesus.
See what I mean? That's why I buy so many clothes that I rarely run out.
And
I wouldn't have to be repairing stuff.
But I've one short.
You one short.
Yeah, but I didn't have a short up until before I changed the combats over to a short. Now I have a short.
You had no pairs of shorts.
I had ones that were for holidays, but they're useless. Like they're not nice or comfortable.
And what about the short I have on me now? You enjoying them?
Well, it's nice. It's a denim-y tight one. I wouldn't wear it in a month of Sundays. What would you do in getting into a denim short like?
You're enjoying the pins underneath it. I know we're looking at you. No, but that's a fine short.
But come here, I'll tell you one of the main reasons why I have a limited supply of clothes is because I find living with a woman in a room where you don't have a separate room next door for putting stuff in, that can leave you very limited in where you can store your clothes.
And also, if you wanted to leave your clothes in the room and she wanted to leave hers, you'd have to come to a compromise and leave all of hers.
This is the spare room, is it?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm down to one drawer out of 9 drawers.
So
there's 9
no
drawers in the room.
There.
Yeah, 9 drawers. I have 1 drawer.
Yeah.
And then in the wardrobe, thankfully, I've still half it. Just about. No, I've half the bottom. I don't have the top.
Jesus,
she has now the top. And all I have is the bit of a locker then beside the bed. And even that draws scrutiny. As in, why do you have bags of rubbish in there? It's not rubbish, it's my things. I have bags of things in my locker.
Have you thought about ringing something like Samaritans or something?
For her stuff,
That's
very
not
much
right.
so, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we give a lot of her stuff away.
That's not
right. Oh, you
right,
mean me, the abuse that I'm getting at home?
Yeah, there's an epidemic.
I think it's a lot of men suffer from that. Being gradually squeezed out of their own home by someone else's possessions.
Mother of God almighty.
Yeah.
I have a gorgeous amount of stuff inside in the wardrobe and below. 2 wardrobes.
Jeez.
And Nicola's 2 wardrobes.
Did you ever hear of I think it's called debt cleansing? As in basically, yeah, see the look in your face. What?
Fuck's sake.
What is that? Debt cleansing. Debt cleansing is where you pretty much clear out everything as if you were gone. To a point.
Dead.
Yeah. As in, you know the way you'd hoard stuff all the time. It's like, do I really need this, signed photo of Ronan Keating on the wall?
Have you got a signed photo?
I don't. I have a signed photo of the cars.
Have you?
I do, yeah.
Andrea had the boys.
Stop, that's...
Andrea, Jim, and who else?
Andrea. Did you ever hear of a song called Love Me by Colin Ray?
No.
Never heard that? It's a country song. I heard it on telly. It was must be on Network 2 one of the days when I was a young fella and I was into the cars. Probably 12 or 13. I was a massive cars fan. Still am.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, love them.
They got some class music.
Yeah, when they come out now, I
stuff.
thought they were great. And sure, of course, as a young teenager like me, sure, you couldn't help but fancy the 3 girls. Not Jim.
Is there 3? I thought there was 2. 3.
It's 3 girls, yeah.
The only one I know is Andrea.
Sharon. Caroline. and Andrea.
Caroline.
She's the drummer.
Is she?
Yeah, I was well into them now, in fairness. When the first album, Runaway, came out, I was big into them. And I heard this Love Me song by Colin Ray, and it's a real cheesy country song. And I said, Jesus, wouldn't it be great if the Corrs did that? And
Did you mail them?
I did. I sent them a copy. I recorded, I taped it. You know the way you do the double tape deck?
Oh, no.
And I recorded it from the Colin, because there was no way I was going to send them the Colin Ray tape, because it's a great album. So I recorded it onto a wee tape. So I just left the one song on the tape. No awful waste of a Maxell 90-minute tape, I'll tell you. So I sent it off anyway in the post to, because you kind of, I'd have known roughly the estate they were living in the Dog, or from. So it must have gone to their parents' house.
Christ above.
But they got it anyway, and that was the last I heard of it for a few weeks, until all of a sudden, you know, I did it unnoticed to the parents as well. And it was a big operation, because as a young fella, you don't get to post offices very often. So I had to wait till I was on holidays below in Galway. We were down in Leisureland for a few days. That was the summer holidays. And I said that would be the time then, because I get away from the mother and father with a bit of pocket money that I'd have earned cleaning out the cow houses up on the farm. And I got to the post office when they weren't looking, and I got one of them big Jiffy packages, and I put the address on it, and I put a wee letter in it as well, going, how are you doing, Andrea, Jim, Caroline and Sharon. I said, this is a song that I think is great. I think you should do a cover of it. That'd be brilliant. Thanks very much.
Are you serious? Yeah. That's a real story.
It's a real story. And about 4 weeks later, didn't I get another Jiffy bag back in the post, and my heart skipped a beat. I was thinking, this is it now. This is the finished CD back. What? No, tapes. The tapes at the time.
You thought they sent you the first copy?
I thought they'd sent me the draft from the studio.
Know what it looks like. Well, what do you think, Ray? Does it sound alright? I'll pull out the 4K.
No, well, thankfully to God, no, it wasn't that. It was a picture. It was like a blown up picture of the album cover, signed by all four of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saying thanks very much for the tape.
Now, they
didn't say what they were. Well, I think everybody'd have a story like that.
No, I never said nothing to no one.
That's a guard interrogation. I never said nothing to no one.
Just in case anyone, I never said that to anyone. I don't care what anyone says. Ray, you have some gold. You have some gold stories like that. Like, that's a story I've known you now for the guts of 7 years.
I know, but I wouldn't tell that one very often.
Yeah, that's one I don't know.
Because I'd be sort of ashamed of it, because it's not everyone at 13 or 12. That was my first gig that I ever went to. I seen him in the TF in Castlebar.
Yeah.
My mother brought me.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was our first tour in Ireland.
Christ. Is it? No, but you're lucky actually that's the first gig you went to, because the Corrs is still class music.
Oh yeah, they're doing all right.
Stuff.
Yeah. I always wanted to set up a Corrs tribute band after that as well.
Who would you be, Jim? He's got a bit ropey. He's conspiracy theory buzz, isn't he?
Jim now.
He wants to put microchips in
children's
heads.
Jim in fairness has his own opinions on things, and in fairness to the band, he probably would have been better off keeping them to himself. But he's out there, and sure, fair play to him. Let him. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I suppose, no matter how daft.
I actually don't know. I know he has a theory about 9/11.
Yeah,
but I mean, other than that, I someone told me one time
he'd have the similar opinion most people, as in it was an inside job.
Yeah. And I think I heard Tommy Tiernan and Hector O'Connor when I radio.
Was talking to him or about him?
No, talking about him.
All right.
Do you remember when radio first came?
Yeah, and there was the most magical show in the world ever on radio ever.
They had the two of them boys.
Yeah.
It was genius. Anyway, they were on about it. They were saying, I still remember it. They were saying that he wanted to put a microchip into a child's head.
Jesus.
But maybe that's what will happen now. So you're tagging your dogs.
That's it.
I mean, it's funny. He's on about that. And years ago, people would have been saying Jim Corrs lunatic putting a microchip into a child's can.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen.
Probably. Well,
they're saying now you can put a microchip into your arm.
Aye, it's true, yeah. You can, yeah.
Attached to the internet.
But isn't it one of them contraception things? Isn't it a bloody, what they call it, the bar?
Oh, yeah.
They put a bar in your arm.
Isn't it awful? Yeah, that's weird.
I know how that works.
I don't know.
And it works for 5 years. Does it slowly release
on your bicep
stuff?
I had it done like.
Do you think men given the option it'd go for contraception if they could get?
What do you mean? Like,
we'd go on the pill, like.
No, we would that.
Oh, and then their boobs would get bigger, and they'd be in bad humour, and this, that, and the other.
Well, you can get the snip, I suppose.
Huh?
You can get the snip.
Oh, you could do that, Jeb.
There's no vasectomy.
Another microchip story was apparently I heard it on the radio this evening. Roisin Shortall was on, and she was saying about bikes up on Pearse Street, near Pearse Street Garage Station in Dublin. That what they've been doing for the last couple of months is microchipping bikes with GPS chips.
If they get stolen,
they were using them as bike bait. They were calling it, the guards called it Operation Chain.
To catch stolen bikes.
What they were doing was they were chaining them up like a normal bike, and then they were waiting for them to get robbed.
Yeah.
And then whenever the robber would bring them back to the shed with all the rest of the stolen bikes, the cops would swoop in with the GPS signal and catch them.
That's the concept of Young Offenders, the film.
Yeah, pretty much, but in a much less
But that's what your
sensation.
man does,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very good idea. I just thought Roisin Shortall coming on the radio telling everyone they were doing it around Pierce Garda Station. Thought that was maybe she was looking for a
Counterproductive.
deterrent, but I don't know now, will people be as inclined to rob bikes from
I
that
think
area?
probably people who are robbing bikes daily aren't listening to the radio like that anyway.
Maybe.
She's just telling all of us who aren't robbing bikes.
Yeah. Oh, it's an interesting story now. I also heard another interesting thing today.
Go on.
Have you ever heard of an Irish goodbye?
Is that like a Chelsea smile?
No. It's a Chelsea smile.
No, it's a vicious bite. Chelsea smile.
No, an Irish goodbye is when you're out on a night out with the lads and you're sitting there and you're realising the drink is hitting you bad and you said, I've had enough of this. And you
just
literally
go.
walk out.
Yeah, you don't even take a look.
It's called an Irish goodbye.
You just go.
Yeah, you just leave.
That's called
You
an
don't
Irish
tell
goodbye.
anybody. So nobody gets a text or nothing. It's just Mickey is gone.
Yeah, but probably people don't even notice you're gone. I'd
No,
say
probably
that,
not. No, actually, Irish nights probably, if you're out in a good session, everybody's drunk enough not to notice somebody missing.
Yeah, that's funny because the next day, you know when you're all toasted up,
Yeah.
the main question going around is, what time do you go home at? There's no one telling each other. They're just gone.
Yeah, and
No
as well,
one
you're kind of
notices.
piece it together with in your own head as well.
That's mentally Irish goodbye.
That's an Irish goodbye now.
Don't say a word.
Would you be inclined to do such a thing? No, you wouldn't.
No.
You'd be the last man gone.
Genuinely, I wouldn't. I was out last Friday night. I had a Friday night off.
Right.
And I was loaded up to the brim. I was holding my head up to keep the Smithics in my body.
Where were you now on the Friday night?
Do you remember you were in there as well, inside the Fiddlers?
Not last Friday. You're talking about the Friday before.
The Friday before, yeah.
Yeah, right, go on. Thought you'd
I was
gone out and
loaded
not
to
told
the
me.
brim. And I still remember thinking, oh, I'm gone. Because we were drinking all evening.
And did you just leave?
No, I didn't.
No, you said goodbye to everyone.
Even though I was loaded, I went up to everyone that I had been out with. And there was about...
Oh, you're
yes,
the
it
opposite
was-
of the Irish goodbye then, so.
Yeah, I said, lads, I'm loaded, I'm going home.
Yeah.
How yeah? Loaded, I'm going home.
So-
Come here, I'm loaded, I'm going home. I said to every one of them.
By the time you were finished saying goodbye, you're pretty sobered up. a
Yeah, I
touch.
sobered up, I had nothing to
Yeah.
drink.
Oh, no.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Did you go
really.
and get a battered sausage for yourself?
I couldn't, man. I was loaded.
That's definitely something you're after getting me into, is battered sausage.
Oh, you can't pay it.
We would have never had anything like that.
And the battered sausage in Roberto's in town. She's a big one now.
It's a big one, yeah.
She's
There's
the
a lot
far
of
side of a
innuendo
foot.
there whenever you get one.
I know.
If there's any women at around at all, you can look at the big battered sausage. It looks uncharacteristically like something else.
Yeah, it actually is uncanny to mine.
Did you ever try?
It's the same size as mine, the one that's in Roberto's.
Did you ever try a deep fried Mars bar?
No, I wouldn't. That's rotten.
Why?
Fuck that. Deep frying a Mars bar. Why would you bother your tits?
I had it once, but I don't remember if I did or not. Do you know that kind of way? It's kind of a faint memory from a night out in Scotland where I kind of went, I think I had a battered
That's where it
battered Mars
originated.
bar. Yeah, it is, yeah. Oh, it's good crack now. I wouldn't mind. I'm surprised they don't do them somewhere other than Scotland if they're so tasty.
No, they do probably now, I would think. There's probably
Well, they
spots
don't
in
do
Ireland.
them in Roberto's.
That's for sure. They do a
No,
battered
that
sausage.
might be something they could maybe look into.
Why would they bother a whole? It's
Well, then
wasted.
you'd have your dinner and you'd have your dessert.
A battered sausage is not a dessert.
No, the battered Mars bar.
I'd say it's rotten. Now warm old chocolate.
I don't think. I think it's nice. I think I remember it being nice.
Do you?
I do, yeah. I can feel a cough coming on now. What do you do with a cough when you're
Don't cough into
when
the
you're
mic.
in this difficult second episode podcast experience?
Don't cough into them.
Right, I might just.
To the mic.
Yeah,
I'd say,
okay.
Ray, we're pulling up on the 8:05.
Jeez, that flew.
Again, we didn't.
Just sit there.
It's
chatting.
important. It's important to stress. I think now that we're too deep now, that
Unrehearsed.
no, completely no, because we sat in here last week with the idea of doing a podcast, and we set up, and I said to you, Ray, let's pick an angle, and you said, shut up. What happened there? Is there a creak in the floorboards?
Oh, small fart.
Huh?
Small
Is
fart.
there a flock of geese in this room or something? I'm not hearing
I was saving that for the last couple of minutes.
Right, that's a good job with the window open. Anyway, Jesus Christ, if I get a whiff of that pie, there'd be hell to pay.
That's one of the funniest things I think that can happen ever is farts.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing in a band. If you fart and you're playing in a band and the lad beside you is trying to sing,
Yeah, it's
and
class.
all you're doing is you're standing there smiling and you're waiting
Yeah.
you're waiting for him to open his mouth
Yeah.
to sing the next line, and instead of singing the next line he gets this
Yeah.
awful stench of fart.
It's absolutely deadly. It's
Yeah.
I always pretend that it's not me, because when you're gigging, there's people watching you, like,
Yeah.
you know, so you have to go, it was him, like,
Yeah.
because if you're the only one laughing and there's three boys going
I know.
scouring,
I can't stop myself. I'd be just creeling myself over with laughter, and then I get a stitch in my side, and then I'm trying to deal with the stitch and the laughter at the same time, and I'm crying, so I can't see anything. So I suppose I'm incapacitated at that point.
it's comedy gold.
Oh, it's very
Farting
good,
is comedy
very
gold.
good, yeah.
It genuinely is, and it's the simplest form.
Mm.
Keep farting. What was I saying before that?
We were going to talk about church bells.
What?
Yeah, we were going to talk about church bells. That's what you mentioned.
No,
Church bells. Like, does anyone ever wonder how they get away with making that kind of noise every day at every hour? Like,
I didn't fucking say church bells, that's for sure. You're confusing me
you
now.
can rewind it back and you'll hear it.
Fuck
You
off.
can rewind it back
Come here,
afterwards
though.
here.
Yeah.
They've been playing the same song down in St Anne's Below and
I know it's mad.
Cranmore. It's the same song that bells have been playing for 9 years, and it goes off every hour on the hour. And I'm just wondering, like, especially at 8 in the evening, because there'll be some evenings when I go to bed early.
Yeah, it is.
Just great that I've come
You're just
round.
getting the head down.
I've come round there in the conversation
Yeah.
now, right to the
Full
start.
circle.
Full circle. But and I'd be getting the head down. Next thing the bells would tear off, and I'm kind of going, you know, I wonder, am I allowed to play something over a loudspeaker outside the window every hour on the hour, all day?
Does it go every hour on the hour?
Yeah.
How long does it play for?
Sometimes you can play for a minute or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're having a snooze during the afternoon.
The call to Mecca only happens 5 times a day in the Muslim countries.
But could you imagine though, you sticking a big lump of a loudspeaker out and making a big noise and the whole town can hear it?
Yeah.
How long it would take before someone would actually complain and say, what are you at with that? I'm sick and tired of this noise you're making. And then you turn around to them and say, well, if the Catholic Church can do it, why can't I do it?
But you call down to EJ there and ask him, sure, he'd play music out the front door of the
That's good tunes though. That man is good chasing.
In fairness now, they're blasting out the finest of tunes.
It's the only part of town that on a non-festival weekend feels like a festival area.
He has a gorgeous building, and when you walk and you hear the speaker blaring outside.
Now, for anyone that's not from around Sligo, EJ is a man that sells the fantasticest menswear that you can get your hands on.
Everyone in this country knows EJ now at this stage.
Well, maybe not.
Seriously.
No, for the international.
That man's gone more viral than you have.
He has, in fairness. He's probably the only man I can go for a pint with downtown.
Yeah.
No, he's the only man. He's the only man that understands me.
Shut up, the two. You got too big for your fucking boots. You and EJ inside to shoot the crows on your own.
Clean cracks as I.
Fuck's sake.
But then again, I suppose me repairing the clothes all the time, he won't like to hear that either. Like, that's the last thing clothes shops want to hear is you repairing clothes.
He wants you in there buying the Daisel t-shirt.
Trying to shut down the wee spot in Chapel Street Sways. He'd sell me a suit back in 2002, and should I be still wearing it?
Yeah, the big flared suit and the whole lot.
Yeah. No, you're right. Now we probably are tipping on to the time there now.
Yeah, but
what about just a few things there now? We've got a new logo. Fair play to you.
Yeah, there's a few things that need to be wrapped up going forward. Like that's what I was just getting into before we spouted into some more shite. We have spent 2 episodes now just talking Ring, like, right?
And for those of you at home, Ring is another word for complete and utter rubbish.
Yeah. So, of course, it probably won't be that way always.
How long do you think we'll get out of it?
No, well, I mean, it has to be structured chaos, like, to a certain extent. So we are going to start structuring a little bit. We are going to start videoing, I think, Ray.
We're going to start videoing.
Is the idea. We might even have some guests in. I think that'd be marvellous if we had people in.
Yeah.
These are going to be active and live on iTunes. Sorry, the Apple Podcast Store.
Yeah.
To find
iTunes,
them.
yeah.
So just search.
And the Google one as well, I think.
Yeah, the Google one too.
And it'll be on the YouTube.
And it's going to be on YouTube. The first episode is up on YouTube.
It is.
And
it's called the Kendi and Raybo Podcast.
Yeah, so search the Kendi and Raybo Podcast.
Yeah.
Now, you search that across all platforms. It's called the same on all platforms.
It is.
We're going to structure the chaos that happens to a certain extent. Yes.
Sorry, the hand up here now.
Go on.
Do you want to explain the name? Kendi is your euphemism, if you will, for Mark Kennedy.
Well, my name is Mark Kennedy, yeah. We had a friend from Kerry who lived with you for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And in his Kerry accent, he
Liam
used to call me Kinde.
Is that where it came from?
That's where it came from, yeah.
You mean Liam was the architect of your fabulous new name?
Lee was the architect.
Yeah.
Hey, Liam is an architect. That's class. That's deadly, mate.
Oh, that was natural. Liam, yeah, he is an architect.
Yeah, he used to say, well, Kinde. So he took out all the rest. He put it down to 2 syllables. Like,
And then you started putting it in song names like Sweet Child of Kendi.
he started putting it in.
Oh, he started doing
I'm
it.
telling you, I landed into him dressed up one day,
Yeah.
and he says, "That's Kendi."
Oh, or So
I
Kendi.
swear to God, no, he just said, "That's Kendi,"
That's Kendi, yeah.
and then I said, "That's So Kendi."
Yeah. And then
Lo-
you
lo-
want
lo-
So Sue Me, the blogger, then she robbed it.
She robbed So
Yeah,
Sue Me.
So
I
Sue
had
Me.
So Kendi first.
So she heard someone calling you So Kendi.
Make sure Suzanne Jackson knows that, and if she wants a fight, I'm calling her out now. If she wants to fight, I'm just letting her know I fight topless, and it's my rules. So if she wants to come out and fight, we'll fight.
Right. And then
That's
we'll know
facts.
who's So
Well,
Kendi and
who's
who's
the
So
real
Sue Me.
So.
Yeah, who's the real So and So.
Yeah. She ain't. No,
Yeah.
I'd fight So soon, but it doesn't faze me at all. I have no problem going back to prison, Ray. I'd punch a woman.
Well, that's home for you, isn't it? After
Oh,
all,
sure, that's
Castlereagh.
all it is. I have to go home for a year or two. I'd punch a woman by. I have no problem going back to prison.
And my name, Raybo.
Raybo is
As
because of
just-
you and your missus.
Yeah, Emer calls me Raybo, in
Yeah.
fairness. Yeah, I don't know where it came out of.
So make sure you search the Kendi and Raybo podcast. Ken, what's that
That's
thing?
a dash.
Hyphen.
You're after putting a dash in there as well. It's
Yeah,
Ken,
hyphen.
No, is it hyphen?
Whatever
it
it
is
is.
hyphen. Yeah.
Should I
yeah.
take that out?
Ara.
For now, it is a hyphen, lads. It
Yeah,
might be
because of the
changed.
font you use in the logo, you can't take it out.
Well, I could take.
Because it looks like Kend then.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you need to put in some sort of a stop.
Yeah, people will get used to it. The Kendi and Raybo podcast, lads. As
Yeah.
you search it, we're going to have another one up next week, I'd say. Probably videoed. We have a beautiful
Jesus.
studio.
Can
We
get,
do.
Can we get like beautiful people in? Oh, before we go, there's one more thing to talk about.
Go on.
Love Island.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let's
Are you
do
into it?
I'm mad into
Are
it.
ya?
How could you not love 12 beautiful people on television
No.
at 9 o'clock every night?
Here's the thing. I'm not into it. I don't hate it. Like, if
Did you watch it last night?
No, I didn't watch it last night. No, I don't care if you watch. Like, I think it's a great show. Like, it's good entertainment and all that. Probably. I'm not into it. Now, having said that, Nicola says to me last night, "Let me show you the people who are in it."
Oh, Christ above, they're unbelievable.
I nearly said to myself, "I may start watching this."
It is unbelievable. They've just they're like, I can't. Bleh, I'm
don't
lost for words. There's one lad in it.
A
and-
lad. What's that about the lads? Jesus Christ.
I know, in fairness to him now. And one of the girls today just called him an Adonis. He's just possibly the best looking man I've ever seen. Now, he's a bit of a plank personality wise, but that's the way God does it.
Yeah.
He gives them the greatest looks and then he takes away with the personality.
Yeah. I mean, we can't all be like me, obviously.
No, you can't hold like
yeah,
Kendi.
Yeah.
But then there's 5 beers inside in it, and all 5 of them are class.
Man, 5 yours. There's 10 cheeks inside in that place.
Worth slapping.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't get away with it.
No,
but
you wouldn't get away with it.
They
They're just
are gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Danny Dyer's daughter's in this.
Danny Dyer. Her name is Danny Dyer.
What?
Danny Dyer's daughter, Danny Dyer.
Shut.
He's
up.
D-A-N-N-Y and she's D-A-N-I.
Isn't that
Yeah.
mentally?
And she's actually the best crack out of all the 5 viewers.
Wait, sure, of course she is. Sure, she's pure Cockney buzz and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
she's
stuff.
very good crack now. Enjoy her now.
Like, he didn't come from a silver spoon though, Danny Dyer. Like,
Probably not. I don't know where he came from. See,
No.
I didn't have the BBC channels when I was
East
growing up.
End, I'd say.
No, I
Anyway.
didn't have that. But Love Island, you definitely want to start. I'm getting into it now.
Like I said, I can't imagine me getting into it. But I mean, if they're walking around in bikinis all day,
That's
with
all it is. It's beautiful
10 cheeks
people.
hanging out.
Talk and chatting.
Oh, I'd watch it. I might give it. Is it on every night?
Not every night, 9 o'clock, but you'll probably be gigging every night, so you'll not see it.
I know, but Nicola has it on the record.
Oh, recorded. Watch it when you come home.
You reckon?
It's the nicest hour you'll ever spend sitting in the car. And it's great because Emer loves it because of the fact that there's drama in it.
Yeah.
And I love it because we get to sit and watch beautiful women for an hour.
Yeah, suits everyone.
Oh, everybody's happy.
And Caroline Flack is in it.
She's in it as well. She's lovely too.
She's a fine
and
woman.
that woman doesn't get old. She is still, I'd say, a sound 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 24 since I met her.
You never met her.
No, I didn't.
Come out of it.
I sent her now an old Colin Ray song. And that was called Love Me. I'll tell you that.
That's
No,
class.
say nothing.
Look, Ray, we leave it at that, I'd say now. And we work off it. So don't forget, 2 episodes up technically now once this one is up.
Yeah.
Listen to them, share them. It's all a bit of crack. We'll try and organise the chaos as we speak or as we go forward. And we might get some guests in and have a bit of crack.
I'd like that now.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it's better than having to organise the chaos. I prefer the chaos to keep going.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm just wary of the chaos is all that people are going to go. Are they still talking shite after 30 episodes?
That's true, yeah. But again, it's just the drunken meandering ramblings of. I suppose you're not drunk after one bottle. Did you enjoy the brew?
I fucking did enjoy the brew. Fair play to Brew Brewery.
Yeah, Brew Brewery.
Fair play to me.
Yeah, fair play to me.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.